rest after a long week of work. Plus she has 2 little ones, but anyway, she said she'd get back with me. Let's keep asking other people too, and then anyone who says yes, but we already found somebody, they can come and join us in August. So that's my plan. All right, great. So let's go ahead and begin with Revelation song with Holy, Holy, Holy. While we were continuing to get ready, I noted that rather be fined $20,000 or something. I don't want to be. So anyway, little sidetrack there. Let's go back to measure 38. Good job over here in my middle of trying to make that melody happen. I know it's harder without all the bells there, but I think I could hear it happening. And I will be aware that that page turn is going to be No, oh,